Hello everyone, and welcome to the start of Season 2 of Completionist Progress. To kick things off, I want to go over what is Season 2, and also what is this series for anyone who might be new. So this series is Completionist Progress, my take on the main Progress series, focused around completionist-oriented goals, because, well, that's what I'm into. At the end of last episode, I achieved the Diary Cape, which wrapped up Season 1. The Diary Cape has been my long-term goal since I started this series over 4 years ago now. For Season 2, I'm continuing the completionist grind much as before, but with the new background goal of maxing. I'm not too terribly far off right now, but I'm also in no rush, so it's probably going to take a while to get that max cape. Aside from that, I have spruced up the series a bit with that new fancy intro you just saw, as well as some stuff like new thumbnails, tweaked titles, also updated my rune light settings for better draw distance, and a few things like that. To keep track of my progress, there's a fancy new Completionist List down in the description, and it's now going to be unique per episode, which means if you click the link down in the description, it'll be up to date as of the start of this episode, and if you go to the next list, it'll be up to date for the end of this episode and the start of the next episode. So yeah, that should make it a lot easier to keep track of my progress across the series. Also, at the bottom of the Completionist List, you can find my series goals, which have now been updated for Season 2, including some new stuff like the collection log and a bunch more. If you want to hear a bit more about Season 2, my thoughts behind it, as well as some of my goals, I actually put out a separate update video rambling all about that you can check out. That's linked in the description as well. Now, with all of that out of the way, we can finally get into Season 2, and the first thing I'll be getting into is the new Darkmeyer update coming out tomorrow and immediately making my new Completionist List outdated. And that is Sins of the Father completed. Now to go check out Darkmeyer. Well, Darkmeyer hasn't panned out as I was expecting. At first I did some thieving to try and get a blood shard, but that's super rare, so I kinda got bored and stopped with that. So I came here to mine some of this Delite Essence, so I could use it with Wrath runes, even though it's probably more efficient just to do blood runes than Wrath runes in this, but there is 94 mining. So yeah, I've been doing a bit of Motherlode mine in addition to this. But yeah, I have a decent bit of essence, or at least it's gonna take me a decent bit to runecraft all this. I'm not sure how much essence I will go for, because like I said, it's more efficient to do blood runes than to mine this and do Wrath runes. But I don't know, it's something a bit different to do and something I can AFK when I've been a bit busy. Now, I haven't been to the Hallowed Sepulchre. I'm bad at saying that word. I haven't been there yet, but there is a lot to do there, and I just haven't had enough time to focus on learning that. But that's still something I would like to get to. But aside from that, I think I might not focus too much on Darkmeyer right now, and get to some of the other completionist things I want to work on. The other month when I was busy, I just kind of parked myself here at the crystal tree, logged in and only did the tree. But while doing that, I came across a crystal impling, and I barehand called it, and I didn't notice until a few times later, but I got the signet ring. Anyway, look in the collection log here. It should be over here. Yeah, that was my first signet ring, or like my third crystal impling. But I do want to see if I can stock them up. I'm not sure how much I'll go out hunting them, but I also do know they're pretty decent for master elite clues, which I still need for the mimic. But aside from that, another thing in the collection log is down here, monkey backpacks. These were recently added to the Apatol agility course, and yeah, I would like to unlock my little transmog here, but I need to do a bunch of laps. I think it's 2,000 in total, so I think that's the next thing I'll be working at. You know, this has not been as fun as I thought it would be. It's gonna be quite a grind to do 2,000 laps here, but yep, there is 100 laps and the first transmog unlocked for the Karamjan monkey, which should also have the first page in here now. But I don't know, I might keep at this a bit longer, but I'm probably gonna do something else before I get the next transmog unlocked. One thing I've been working at in the background when I've been studying or such has been Giant Mole, and I just hit 2,500 kill count, which is a decently notable milestone. A bit off of the 3,000, which is the pet rate. And, of course, no pet yet, or you would have saw it already. But I don't know, it's something I'll continue to be working at, and hopefully I'll get the pet, well, maybe around the rate anyway. I can't really say I should expect to get it sooner than that, and I might die here. Yep, that was close. But yep, no pet so far, so hopefully I'll get it around 3,000. Well, right after that last clip, Mo was kind enough to drop me an elite clue, and I totally didn't die and decide to leave and do it right then, and we get, not a mimic. Oh well, still working on trying to get those mimics though. Since I've had time to play again, I've been a bit unsure on what I really want to focus on. There's a lot of completionist things to do and a lot of things I wanted to do, but I don't know, I just haven't really found what I want to do right now. So because of that, I decided to come to my favorite little river here and go over a couple things. The first is the next 99 skill. So for a while, I have decided that once I got done the 93 Slayer grind, I want to work on prayer. I have a bunch of money in my bank right now, and I already bought 1,000 Superior Dragon Bones and 1,000 Soul Heads. Now, this isn't enough, although it probably will get me like 98, but I want to do a bit of both methods, because I already done a lot of the Soul Heads, I like them, but I never really done like the Wilderness Altar or such, so I thought I'd just get 1,000 bones just to try that out. And then whichever one I like will be the method I keep doing till 99. Aside from that, well, while I'm done Slayer and kind of wanted to take a break from Slayer and get to other stuff, yeah, I kind of need to do more Slayer, and not just any Slayer, but Wilderness Slayer. So I don't think I have a task right now, so we should be able to grab that. But the reason is, oh, magic axes, that's actually perfect. So I don't plan to do a lot of Wilderness Slayer, but the thing is, when I updated the Completionist list, I added a new counter section, which has stuff like, you know, how many times you open this chest or that thing. And one of the things on there is the Laren's chest. I already opened that, but I never opened the small chest, so I have 0 on that counter. So I at least need to get 1 Laren's key so I can open the small chest just to get that counter and check off that task. So yeah, those are the 2 things I'll be working on right now. I'll be starting my prayer grind, and I'll be doing that Wilderness Slayer until I can get a key. That took a bit longer than it should have to get this key. I did like 5 tasks and like 300 plus greater demons, but if we check the small chest, it should say I have 0 times, and if we open it, ta-da, now I have looted it once. And I also got a couple of hard clues, so let's see what those are. Nothing that much. But yeah, I guess, oh, at least I got to 200 hard clues. That's a nice place to round that off. But yeah, didn't really get much of loot, but that ticks off that 1 counter, so that's 1 more completionist task down on my list. After looking over the completionist list for odd little tasks I didn't do, one of them is getting a medium clue from this guy. So if you feed him bananas, there's a 1 in 256 chance they'll give you a medium clue, but only once. So, gonna talk to a monkey mind to get out of here, and then I'll start unloading the bananas and feeding it to him, and hopefully get the clue. Now, I'm pretty sure I haven't done this before, but it is possible I have, and I will just feed it bananas pointlessly. Hopefully I'll get a clue and prove this wasn't a waste of time. Oh, okay, there it is. Whew. So for the first few, I was skipping the dialogue, which apparently doesn't work. And yeah, I was really worried I already did this because I was starting to have a bit of deja vu. This was probably not a good thing to do at 2:30 in the morning. But yeah, there's a medium clue, and now I have it on video, so I know for sure that I've done this task if I ever question it in the future. Well, I'm going to take this guy to Karamja and see if we can get some ranger boots from this clue. Well, the monkey was taken safely to Brimhaven, and I got a casket, so what will it be? Normal loot. Oh well, but at least I got that task crossed off. Words. It's too late for this. And here is the first prayer level of the grind. I have to say, the Chaos Altar has been pretty nice so far. There's been a few PKers, and I have lost some bones, so I originally was trying to get noted before I figured out how to keep the locator orb on death here, with the death mechanic changes. But yeah, it's been pretty nice. I have also done summon soul heads, but I honestly think that I will probably stick with this for most of the prayer training, just because it's something different. And also, just to note, I am using the menu entry swapper. I generally don't use that, but some exceptions I made are sometimes with rune crafting, sometimes with bones like this, and also I just swapped it for the medium clue off the monkey, because I was not right-clicking all those bananas. But yeah, anyway, there's the first prayer level, and yeah, I'll probably keep at this for a while. Well, I missed recording the level, but there is 98 defense. I decided to try out some rune dragons, because I never really killed much of them. I did some here or there just for some money, but now that the death changes happened, they seem to be a lot less crowded than they used to be, because less people are ulting them, because there's a decent chance you can die here and need to pay a hefty grave fee depending on what you bring. So no, it's probably something I'll be trying now and then just to make a little money while not having to pay a whole bunch of attention. But yeah, so far nothing besides this dragon skirt, actually. But I don't know, 98 defense, we're getting pretty close to 126 combat. Between activities, I've been coming back here to Apatow to run a few more laps, and this should be 250 for the zombie transmog, I think it is. Yep. So, yeah, got the easy ones out of the way. Now, a lot more laps are going to be needed to get the next few transmogs, but, I don't know, hopefully I can keep at it, and we'll be able to get this knocked out, not too terribly long from now. I decided to come back to Ensouled Heads, and here is 98 prayer, so only one more level to go now. To take a bit of a break from the grinds I've been working on, there's another completionist task I can knock out real quick, and that is the Slayer log. So, there it is. If I go to the Slayer log, I have kills in most Slayer creatures, however a few are at 0, and one of the things I had in the update to the Completionist list is getting a 1 in everything the Slayer and Boss log. The Boss log's way off, but for the Slayer log it's really just Basilisk Knights, Dark Beast, and a few up here like Molinisks, Killer Watts, Cave Slimes, and I think Sea Snakes. So I'm gonna go around and just kill those guys real quick, just so we have 1 in everything. And here's my first Basilisk Knight kill. Do we get the jaw? Just a adamant kite shield. But, yeah, now if we, head back to the playground house, that should be the Slayer log completed. It wasn't too hard, of course. The hardest part was remembering I needed a light source for Molinisks, because we don't have an internal fire in that, cave yet. But, yeah, so now we have, the Cave Slime, the Kilowatt, the Molinisk, the Sea Snake. I end up getting 2 Dark Beasts, and now a Basilisk Knight, so I am pretty sure I didn't overlook one, and they all now have 1 or more, so that is the Slayer log completed, at least for now. I'm not quite sure how it happened, but somehow I found myself back at Apatow already, and we're about to get the 500th lap to get the next transmog. Which is, I mean, it's not that many hours, it's like 90 laps per hour, so this is only taking a bit over 5 hours, but I don't know, I did not expect to be doing this much. So, yeah, there is the next monkey, and, well, the final transmogs are definitely going to be a lot more. I really hope I don't end up doing another 500 laps this episode, but who knows? The episode still has a bit of time, and I don't know what I'm going to get up to over the next few days. I've been grinding away at Mole, and as you can see in the chat box, we're about to hit a very big milestone. So, can we actually hit? There we go. And there is 99 prayer. I tried to think of other places to get this, but since I was getting up there in Mole KC, I thought it was worth just coming to Mole to get another 99. But yeah, unfortunately that's now the pet drop rate without a pet. Hopefully I won't go too far over the drop rate, but I mean it was bound to happen for one of these pets, you know, I can't get them all under rate. But yeah, 99 prayer and almost max combat, getting there. But yeah, I'll probably kill a bit more Mole, maybe we can snag the pet as a 99 present, and then I'll go pick up the cape. I finished out that Mole trip and still no pet, but now we're here to get the prayer cape. Let's see, I think it's this option. Yes, and that option. It's always so hard to get skill capes with all the options they put. But yeah, there is the prayer cape, and we scroll down just to do the emote. Oh, this definitely is probably one of the nicer emotes, although it is a little weird how prayer goes with holy, considering Saradomin's the only holy god. This definitely feels like a Saradomin emote. And I mean, it's a Saradomin monastery. I don't know, it's just a little weird that they give you all the gods, let you have all the different god apparel, but you only can have a Saradomin for the prayer cape, or that's what prayer seems to be based on. But yeah, there's another 99 down, and as you probably would have guessed, since I'm 1 defense level off max combat, and I have 1 defense level left, I'll probably be getting that in the near future, but I actually don't think it's going to be this episode. But for now, I actually want to see if I can get the mole pet before the episode's done, because, I don't know, now that I crossed 3,000 kills, I'd really love to get the pet now. But we'll have to see what RNG has in store. I came to Abyssal Demons just to AFK for a bit, and I managed to snag a whip. And this is notable because I believe this is the first Abyssal whip I've gotten since the collection log came out, so yeah, another solid in the collection log. Also, something that's been on my mind that I didn't know where to put in the video is I've been considering selling the rapier to get a Blade of Seldor instead, because at the moment I have enough shards and it would be around a 50 mil profit, and I could use that 50 mil to buy other items like perhaps a Dragon Hunter Lance, which would be better than the rapier at stuff like Rune Dragons and KBD. So I don't know, I'm not sure when I'm going to do that or if I'm going to do that, but it's something that's been on my mind. As you might guess by my location and my empty weapon slot here, I did end up selling the rapier and I got myself a Blade of Seldor. Now, at the moment, the blade is actually going back up a bit while the rapier was dropping, so I only managed to get just below 50 mil, but I decided just to insta-buy it so I could, make sure I still had a weapon, and I don't know, it probably will go back down a bit, but oh well, I got it now, and if I go here, I can use the 1,000 shards to make the corrupted blade. And, yep. Now, if I uncharge this, I lose the shards. But, yeah, I now have a corrupted Blade of Seldor. Now, this is on the Completionist list, just because it's the same thing as other crystal items. You lose the shards when you uncharge it, but it's really not that much of a completionist thing. It does look really nicer. It goes with the Magma Helm anyway, which is why I got that out. And it also does have some advantages for slash weak monsters, and part of the reason I did want to get this over the rapier is because, as I said, the rapier isn't really that useful because most stab weak things are dragons. The only monster that really comes to mind that's weak to stab that isn't a dragon is Dark Beast. But this is useful at Thermi, and it also would be useful at Theater of Blood. It's still not that many uses, but it's a bit more than the rapier. So, yeah, but while I have the blade now, it's gonna lose me money if I uncharge it, so I'm probably going to have this blade for quite some time, but eventually I'll probably get myself a rapier again. I had to sell some spare runes and open a couple brimstone keys that I had lying around, but I just barely was able to afford a Dragon Hunter Lance with the money left over from selling the rapier. So, yeah, this is now my entire cash stack though, so I'll probably need to use this to rebuild a bit at Rune Dragons and whatnot. But this is where I think I'll be ending off the episode. It's a bit disappointing I wasn't able to get the mole pet, but hey, I got 99 prayer and we also made some good progress with stuff like the monkey backpacks and such. And also, I'll put it on screen now, but here's the comparison from the start of the episode on the top and the end of the episode on the bottom of the Completionist list. Now, a lot of things actually went down a bit or did not have as much progress as there was, because there were some updates I made to the Completionist list. I don't have a new version out yet, but I was able to just quickly add in some stuff like the monkey backpacks and some of the new things in the collection log, just so we can track them a bit more accurately before I get the big update out, which will probably be a bit, because they're adding some new stuff like the agility lap counters to all the courses and a few things like that. So I'll probably wait till those are released before I put out a public update. So, yeah, but I don't know, I'm happy with the progress we made this episode, especially because I wasn't so sure what I want to do. But I do have a few clues as what I'll be doing to rebuild this cast stack in the next episode. Anyway, hopefully you guys all enjoyed the start of Season 2, and until next time, goodbye.